Hi, Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 29 of the April daily draws. So, let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from the Good Fortune Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Angels and Ancestors oracle deck. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. Eight of Swords. Do we limit ourselves enough the way we think? Do we trap ourselves into our situation because we don't believe there's a way out of it? We don't believe in ourselves. Maybe we have thought patterns that put doubts in our minds, that hold us back, that makes it difficult for us to move forward and grow because we don't feel that we're capable. What kind of limiting beliefs do we have? What kind of things hold us in place? What kind of thinking prevents us from seeing our true potential? These are the questions I believe that the Eight of Swords is asking us today. And how can we change the way that we think so that we can be freer and break free of these limiting ideas and perceptions? How can we see our true selves and the truth of the situation? And regain the power, our personal power to act. Here, there's a crown on the ground. She's bound. She's blindfolded. She's got the swords. And the crown here representing her personal power and authority and her ability to be in control of her life and to do what she needs to do. Those thoughts are stopping her from doing that. So it's almost as if it's robbed her of that power of self, determination in her life, and she needs to regain it. She needs to regain that crown. And often in our lives, we need to regain our self-respect, our self-esteem, our self-belief in order to move forward, to break out of these limiting, inhibiting thoughts that hold us back so often. And sometimes we need to, when we can't see it, we need to look within and feel it within ourselves, to get in touch with our higher self, our true self, and begin to see ourselves in a new light. If we're open to that, the universe will show us, will give us signs to encourage us and to believe in ourselves once again, and will give us messages and find ways to break through those limiting thoughts, and we'll begin to see things in a new way just by saying that we're ready to see things in a new way, in a new perspective. That willingness and that intention is enough to start the process. That's how we begin to break free of these limiting thoughts, just by choosing to do so and beginning to question some of the thoughts that we have. Like maybe you have the perception that there's no point doing something because it won't work, that maybe you consider yourself a failure. challenge that thought. Don't just accept it as a fact like you always have. Challenge it. On what basis is that thought built upon? What evidence is there for that? Have there been times when I've done something and it's not worked out and I've failed at it? Probably we all have. Does that in turn mean that we ourselves are, by definition, a failure? Or are we somebody that has just occasionally not succeeded in the way we wanted to? And when we didn't succeed, did we learn lessons from it? Even though we didn't do the thing that we wanted to do, did we learn something from the experience? Because if we did, we turned it into a kind of success. And there'll be many things that we did succeed in doing. So when we weigh things up like that, we begin to see that, no, that's not my identity. That's just a reality that sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail, but it doesn't define me. It's what helps me to learn and to grow and to develop. And that sort of frees us from this overhanging spectre of failure that seems to want to pounce upon us should we attempt anything. And just challenging the thought will give us more confidence and more self-belief. And we do this with any limiting thought that we have. But I use that as an example as to how we can begin to question and challenge these thoughts that we have, instead of just readily accepting them. And when we do that, it may open our eyes to see the reality of who we are and what our situation is truly like, and the potential of what we can do. And that frees us from this feeling that our hands are tied, we can't move forward, this paralysis, to break out from the status quo. And it gives us back our sense of being in control of our lives, and we decide how we move forward. We regain our crown. And wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? So let's ponder on those thoughts that the Eight of Swords has given us and see how we can best respond to that. And maybe the Oracle card will give us some further insight. So, or confirmation. So here we go. The Druid card. It's come out several times, hasn't it, this card? And it usually means that don't rush into it. Take your time. Hold the space. And that's the way we should approach this. Let's hold space for ourselves and take the time that we need to work through some of these issues, to challenging these thoughts that may be undeservedly holding us back. Let's devote some time to ourselves, hold our own space, and work on these things and open our eyes to the possibilities and give us belief and hope again in our lives of what we can achieve. That, I believe, is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 30. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.